Hi, I'm Tim. I've just finished the biggest adventure of my life, where I rode across 27 countries, 24,000 kilometres, from England to Melbourne to raise awareness of child trafficking. I met Mel Bridge on the mountain of Nepal in base camp and spoke to her about what GXY Reboot do, and it looked like the best thing for me to take the next step in my career. The biggest challenges I found were the fact of getting up every day and cycling 6 to 8 hours every day. I found that quite tiring and mentally draining. The fact that it was such a long journey and you can actually see your progress on the map and how far away you are from the end destination can sometimes be pretty intimidating. Some of the other challenges along the way though are just obviously the missing of family and friends and having those support networks constantly around you, and also living in a confined space in a tent with 3 other guys can sometimes get a little bit too pressurised. I'd just recovered from a broken arm and I was trying to get to a positive mindset, and Nepal really did that for me. I had so many positive things happen while I was in the Himalayas, and Nepal for me is just one of the biggest memories. When I came back from Ride2Rescue, my mindset was really erratic. I found it really hard to try and focus on one goal, which is something that I've always done. I always tend to focus on goals and work towards them. Coming back from Ride2Rescue, I had such an erratic mindset. I found it really hard to make a consistent goal that I wanted to constantly work towards, and that's where Reboot's really helped. Reboot helped me to put everything on paper in terms of weaknesses, strengths, what I need to look for, and then provide me with the direction of where I need to go. It can be quite confronting putting all your life on paper, but at the same time, by being able to see that, it gives you a very clear direction of where you need to go. One of the biggest things that I learned in Reboot was that when I was looking at jobs, I was looking at 10% of how sexy the job was rather than the 90% of what most of the workload is. So if 10% is travel, I'd go, yeah, and didn't really care what the other 90% is. Reboot have helped me identify the fact that sometimes my insecurities can lead me to decisions that are not best for my career, and that's one of the key drivers in moving forward for me. Reboot helped me to identify what my top strengths were, and I realised that they were an ability to influence, being strategically minded, and also building relationships. My aha moment was realising that I live constantly in the future, a future that hasn't even happened yet, rather than focusing on the present and what I can do today. Along my cycling trip, I learned a lot about persevering from a cycling point of view, but Mel and the Reboot team taught me a lot about the importance of perseverance in career transition and working towards a new career. It's a goal where there's going to be a lot of barriers that I'm going to have to overcome, and it's going to take a lot of perseverance to constantly pursue the career that I want. But I know that if I keep persevering and Reboot keep checking in on me, then I'll get my goal in the end.